idea that the Swiss Guard, they have to suffer. They cannot be weak. They can say, oh, my mother! Whereas my wife says, you tell me that heat doesn't bother you, but you keep telling me that it's too hot. So make up your mind. Either you like the heat and humidity, or if you tell me how hot it is, it's definitely implicit in that a complaint. So either or. And she's right. And so St. John Paul II, listen to this story, very touching. He was at the hospital because he had a benign cancer. So he had to go for surgery. He was at the hospital for 10 days, and then he came back, 1991. And when he came back, he was very pale and very weak, and he had lost weight. But guess what? He did not lose his smile. Never did. So there I was with my uniform, no helmet, no alabar, just my uniform with the sword. And he arrives with the car, and all I had to do was to just do my military salute. He would walk by and get into the elevator. Nobody was there, few people, no crowd. There was no security to provide, okay? Be careful, pay attention to me and not to the person, because I'm gonna ask questions after. All right? And I know that that's funny, but my story is funnier. And so, all of a sudden, the Mercedes arrives. It's a Mercedes, okay? It's kind of car, okay? They open the door, the only father comes out, and it's like between me and you, okay? I'm right here, standing like this. Mercedes arrives, they open the door, and the only father puts his leg out, and he gets up, okay? And when he got up, okay, and he was standing like this, okay? And I'm like this, okay? He lost balance because he was weak, okay? And so he had moved away from the car, but when he lost balance, he put his left hand against the car, okay? Like to hold on. Unfortunately, when he put his left hand against the car, the man that didn't notice this, the driver, closed the car. And when the door, he closed the door. He was here and he pushed it. And when he pushed the door, the only father, Pinky, got closed into the door of a very heavy car. And he only made a little sound, enough that the driver realized that opened the door. The only father moved his little hand, and the Pinky was really messed up, bloody. But the only father didn't complain, didn't turn to the driver and screamed at him. Can you imagine if I'm going to ask this gentleman right now, get a hammer, come here, and I'm going to hammer his elbow, just his tongue, just for fun. Do you think that he's going to say nothing to me? I doubt it. We will probably learn a few new words. Possible. The only father did not say a word. He closed his eyes and he sucked the pain in. So that was, to me, a confirmation that he was leading through suffering. And that's why, for us as a Swiss Guard, to suffer is ordinary life. We have to suffer, because through suffer, you express something. And that's what St. John Paul II expressed to me. That there was a higher gospel. There was something bigger that I needed to go in pursuit of. So, a little story as a Swiss.